Hello, I picked these up at the store today, and while working on this arrangement, I've been thinking, maybe that's kind of scary, but thinking about Valentine's Day and how it affects people. You know, there's hearts and there's flowers and there's chocolates and happy couples and date nights and post about love everywhere. And for some people, like Parker and I, mm, that's beautiful. But for others, it's not so beautiful. Perhaps this Valentine's Day you're alone. Maybe this is your first Valentine's Day after a breakup, or I don't know, maybe after a divorce you didn't want. Maybe the other person you loved so deeply just they're not here any longer. But maybe you're thinking, here I am. It's Valentine's Day and I'm alone again. And that ache, you know what? It can be so hard this time of year. But one thing that I've noticed, there's certain holidays on the calendar that they just act like emotional amplifiers. That is Valentine's Day. Like I said, all the stuff that's shown and posted. It's this bright spotlight on what feels missing in our lives. And if your feelings are stronger and heavier and closer to the surface right now, that doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. What it means is that you're human. What often makes this season so hard is the pressure to be okay, to stay positive, to smile through everything, to not make anyone feel uncomfortable just because you're sad. And that's okay. So many women just carry it quietly. And here's something else that I was thinking about. It's the lie that sneaks in during the season that has the idea that being alone means that there's something wrong with you. I've watched so many strong, kind, faithful women start to question their worth simply because of their relationship status. And that's heavy. It's just sometimes too heavy to carry. And being alone doesn't mean that you're unlovable either. It doesn't mean that you're behind, and it doesn't mean that you've missed something. If you're alone this Valentine's Day, I see you. Like I said, I just keep thinking about it. And you don't have to walk through this by yourself, because there is something powerful about being able to say how you're really doing, to tell someone out loud who isn't trying to fix you or rush you through it. Because often clarity and peace begin by just being heard. So I've decided I'm going to open a small number of private one-on-one sessions during this Valentine's season. And these are just going to be personal Zoom sessions. It's going to be a safe place where you can talk, you can breathe, maybe reflect. Now, this is not therapy, because you know what? There's nothing to fix here. There's no expectations, just space, compassion, and maybe some support for where you are. If this is speaking to your heart, if something in you is quietly saying, I think I need this, please DM me directly. Because you know what? I'm going to be keeping personal and limited sessions for women who reaches out. You don't need the right words. You don't need to explain anything. You just start with messaging me. You may be alone this Valentine's Day, but you don't have to be unseen. I'm here. DM me, and I'd like to talk to you. I'm Sandy, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. And I'm here.